Alright, so this exists. I'm probably making a mistake and trusting the fate of this to the face and eye detection autofocus or whatever. Anyway. Oreo just doesn't seem like it's one of those types of flavors that would go very well in soda pop. I don't know. I just feel like these things usually do better with fruity flavors, like Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper. Although Coke and Pepsi are kind of weird because they, their flavors are different takes on burnt caramel. So, I don't know, maybe they can make it work. Now, unlike a lot of these other weird creations that have come out over the last, I don't know, year or two, this one only exists in a zero sugar version, which is... Some people don't like it because, you know, they, to them, the sugar really adds to the flavor. For me, it's great because I'm a type 1 diabetic, and, I don't know why, but for some reason, pop seems to bump your blood sugars up a lot faster than an equivalent amount of candy. I don't know the sciences behind it. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, I'm just an industrial mechanic. So, yeah. This is going to be fine for me because I have to take absolutely zero insulin for it. But then, how faithfully can they reproduce the flavor of Oreo without sugar? Well, I'm kind of late to the party on this one, so I already know that a lot of people are disappointed by it, but hey, one way to find out. Weird. It smells kind of chocolatey, sort of. But then that sting of the carbon dioxide hits it, and it's like, eh. There. Huh. Oh. Okay. So, fizzy, just like Coca-Cola is supposed to be. Immediately, it has kind of that flavor of... Is anybody here old enough to remember chocolate Twizzlers? That's the immediate taste that you get off of this. Then you force it down. You have a couple of breaths, you get the aftertaste, and that's where the Oreo lives. They can't seem to tune the front taste of this thing, but the aftertaste they seem to get just about perfectly. Whatever. I don't know. It's more pleasant Coke Zero than Coke Zero could ever dream to be, if that makes any sense. Now again, a lot of people don't seem to like Coke Zero, but then again, they're not the market for it. Folks like myself would be the market for that kind of thing, because our palates have been hopelessly destroyed by the fact that we can't have regular soda anymore. It's not great, but in the space that it occupies, zero sugar soda, it's fine. I'm going to save that for later, so that way I can enjoy that while I'm cutting this video together. Now we've got the other half of this duet to tend to. And honestly, that one terrifies me a little bit more because it looks a lot less like a whole bunch of stuff going on under the hood and a lot more like a science fair experiment. I'm legitimately scared. Alright, let's go. Yeah, you probably could have seen this coming Neither of these two companies is referencing a dead flavor. You know, when I'm having Oreo cookies, I don't think that this would go great with a nice cold refreshing glass of Coke. And when I'm having myself a Coca-Cola, I don't think that it would go well with Oreo. And yet, here we find ourselves. Now, unlike the drink, this one actually has carbohydrates to tend to. So, where's the damn insulin pump controller? It's on my smartphone, which is really inconvenient because anybody could realistically hold me hostage for not answering my phone if I decide that I want to try and eat something and they decide they want to talk to me first. All they gotta do is call me, and I can't take my insulin, and thus I can't eat. I fucking hate that, and I fucking hate that people know about it. Not that I have to worry about any of you doing anything with it, but there's... yeah, long story. Alright, that's going. I am, of course, going to have to eat the whole thing because I just took insulin for the whole thing, but am I going to enjoy it the whole way through? That's what we're going to find out. They smell very strongly of very artificial Coca-Cola flavor, which is weird to say because the flavor of Coca-Cola is already artificial. I mean, it's definitely an Oreo cookie. Apparently it has fizzy candy in the filling. Like I said, less of a flavor swap and more of a science experiment. Was this an agreed upon thing, or did Oreo decide to do this and then Coca-Cola was like, hey, we're going to jump in on that too. Hey, a duet. Oh. Yep, there's some fizzy candy. That's Pop Rocks. Well, honestly, that's weirdly accurate. Not immediately, mind you. And you can't really replicate drinking a fizzy drink by putting Pop Rocks in the filling, but it's a nice touch. Honestly, the whole experience of these ones seems to be, I don't know, much more ambitious to the whole theme of this thing. The Coca-Cola one is just the same thing they've been doing for the last year or two. This one, yeah, this is far more ambitious. A little more accurate. It's interesting. The flavors don't really mesh together very well, but what they have managed to pull off in this case, it's pretty damn close. At least to my liking. I haven't actually been able to enjoy a regular Coca-Cola for, I don't know, pretty damn close to a decade at this point. These ones I actually kind of enjoy. Well, I wouldn't make them a regular staple of my snacking diet, but definitely not as bad as everybody seems to want to make them out to be. Better than the drink. At least within the context of this little dance that these two are doing. And much like a dance, in reality, this one will draw to a close, as it says on the packaging. Besties for a limited time. Damn shame. I think this is probably the best real-world version of a cartoon universe swap. You know, Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron. Anybody remember that? But then again, this is one of those things where you can enjoy it for a little bit, but you wouldn't want to make it a regular part of your snacking diet. Because, well, I don't know if it's the shock value or just the fact that for some reason the cookie seems to have pulled it off better than the drink, but yeah. These ones are pretty good. This one, provided that you're restricted to only drinking Coke Zero, it could be better, but it could also be a lot worse. It's not as bad as everybody seems to make it out to be, you know? Okay, I'm glad I did that in the order that I did, because if you try the cookies first and then you don't cleanse your palate and then you try this, very, very flat flavor. Yeah, no, I would need to have a drink of water before trying to enjoy this after eating the cookies. Shit. Alternatively, given the flavor that's going on with this, do I have hot sauce around here? I think I do. Is it name brand hot sauce? I don't know. Alright, let's see here. Does having hot sauce beforehand improve the flavor fidelity? Holy fucking shit, it does. Well, that's something.